Everyone, this is Nancy, and I'm here today to welcome you to the Gothic Girls Collab, sponsored by Creating with Jovi, Scrapbooks and Memories, and Black Whisper Crafts, aka Bex. They asked me to join on this collaboration of Gothic Girls, and I was so happy to do it because Halloween and Gothic is my jam as far as making crafts and paper crafting and journals. I enjoy it so much, so I was very excited to be part of it. So those gals are putting on this wonderful collab. It goes through the whole month of September, and there's 21 collaborators that are participating. So anyway, I wanted to show you, and then the kit that we're using will be linked below, as well as all 21 gals and people that are participating in it. There are some coordinating freebies that are in the Facebook groups, which everything will be down below in the description box. So I think by now, you'll kind of get the feel of who's in it, and please visit everyone because everyone is doing a fantastic job. So what I came up with is an envelope journal. And this is nothing new. It's been around for a long time. It's just using envelopes and gluing them together to make a journal. So I am going to do a quick flip through of my journal, and then I'm going to show you how to put the base together, and then you can decorate it how you would enjoy it. Okay, so my friends and my subbies and my friends, I don't like to call them subbies, but I like to call everyone my friends. They know I love Halloween. They know I love purple. So when I saw the purple images, especially of this house and the one gal in there, that's what I started with. I wanted that to be first. So I'm just going to show you how this works. The image here, I glued on the front, and then I took the image of the beautiful purple gal and made her a journal card. And with all my journal cards, I used the manila folder and did some extra stenciling and made it extra pretty, and then an eyelet with a bead, and that is how my cover is. I glued the image on 3 sides, and put a divot here so I can tuck that journal card in there. So when we open it, I used a smaller envelope and made a little flip here, trimmed it on the side, glued the flap in here before I glued the base pages down, and made myself another journal card. So this little envelope holds a journal card as well. And it's so easy to put the base together, but the decorating and making all the flips and things to go with it is the best part of doing this. Glued some paper here. I used my tear ruler to tear all my pages. If you have a love-hate relationship with your tear ruler, you'll probably want to cut them. But I just tore them because to me it just adds to the grunginess of the journal, and just kind of cut one of the images out and put it here. This page here, glued some of the paper down. It comes with some faux wax seals. I did put glossy accents on there. I don't know if you could see the shine on there. There you go. You could see it. And then made that a tuck there. But like I said, you can come up with whatever you want to do in this journal. On this page here, I used book page, cut this girl out and glued her down just enough so it would, I'd be able to add that journal card in there, and that's what happens on that page. Turn it over. I glued a piece of book page. I use, if I'm making Halloween journals or Gothic journals, I use a spooky book. This way I know the pages from the book have spooky words and things like that on there. So glued that down, used one of the images, made it like a tuck here, and this way I was able to put a bunch of journaling images and cards in here. So that's what I did there. On this page here, glued this beautiful girl down. I think she's gorgeous. So I did that. And then when you turn it over, I glued one of the envelopes on the top here and made it a flip up. And then I put journaling area here and put one of the cards here. I did some stenciling with the Tim Holtz stencil. I slit this envelope on the side and made a journaling card to go in there. So that's what I did there. And I like when you can add envelopes that flip out or flip up, or you can make one that flips down. This side here, I made like a tuck. So I took a couple of the journaling cards here, glued them together here, glued it up here, glued it down here. This way it's opened in here. I put an eyelet here. This here is an earring. I always suggest around this time or anytime, even Christmas, whatever, look for old jewelry, look for Halloween jewelry, buy it. I take it apart and use them as charms in my journal. So this was an actual pair of earrings. So and it's a coffin, it's Gothic, but the black and the rose, perfect. So I was so excited to find that. So I just kind of glued that in there, and it's flat, which is nice. This was just an extra piece of the one of the pages I inked up, folded it, and see how that tucks in there behind there, and you can add a picture or journal in there. So this page here actually opens up. This is the base envelope here. I added this page on with a hinge, put some coffee dyed paper on here. What I did was this page here extended out, I folded it, glued the little part down, the hinge part on here, the envelope first, glued the coffee paper on there to cover that hinge. So this way this was able to flip out. And then I did some stenciling. This is one of the images on a page. I did reduce this one at 70% to make her a little smaller so she would fit nice on this page. So that's kind of a nice flip out there. And then you turn it over. And then this is where the other envelope gets glued on here. So open this up for now. On this area, I love this whole page of the house with the gals. So I wanted this to stay this way. So what I did was I cut it down the middle and glued both sides of the page on here. And I love how that looks. This is the envelope that we're going to add on. So there's 5 envelopes glued together here. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 6th one we're going to glue on separate. And that's how we get this flip. And then we glue the next one, the little one, onto this extended envelope. And that's how we get this flip, okay? So then with this one here, I glued another piece of the kit on. And you see I have like a ghost image of a witch, right? So what I did was I took a Tim Holtz doll, I glued a witch hat on her. I put her face side down so I wouldn't ink this area. I put her face side down and I used my sponge dauber and I inked around her. And then when I removed her, it gave me that image there. So then I just, took her off and glued her and made the tag. So anyway, I thought it'd be fun to kind of do some journaling in here, but you have the ghost image of her. Okay, so that's that. This is the add-on. And then when you fold this over, I added the other white envelope to this add-on envelope here. I slit the top so we could, so I could make a tag to add on in here. And that was just manila folder as well. Used one of the images, it came with a bat, made a tag. So on that one, I slit the top, inked around it. I used one of the images here and the words, just glued the words on at the bottom so I could tuck these 2 little journal cards in there. And then when you flip it over, I glued this journal card on there, inked the back of the bat so it would look nice. And then on the back of this add-on envelope here, I put the cat image, made a divot, and made a journaling card to go in there just by gluing this page on the envelope 3 sides only, and made myself a journal card to go in there. Then the final is the back, and I used one of the pages. I cut this image out of the house with the goth girl, glued that on there, made a divot, only glued it on 3 sides, and made another journal card here with a little eyelet, and I put a spider charm. So I have another journal card here. So I'm going to show you now how to build the base, and then how you decorate it is your own personal style. And it's super, super easy to do. The fun part is doing, figuring out what pages you want to put where do you want to put your little white envelopes or your little envelopes to make flips, and think of like different tuck ideas. And it's just so much fun to decorate with this kit. I really enjoyed it. So I hope this has given you some ideas, but I'm going to show you how to get the base down, because once you get the base down, the rest of this is easy to do. Okay, so I'm going to put this aside. So what you're going to need, I have these black envelopes. These envelopes came in like a note card envelope kit that you can get at Michael's or Hobby Lobby or wherever else you buy your craft supplies. So these are 5x7 envelopes I'm using. I have 6 of these. And then these envelopes I just had in my stash. These are 4x5s. I have 3 of these. I inked these up really good, as you saw in my flip through. So I'm going to show you how to put the base together exactly how I put mine together, okay? And you'll see how easy it is. So we're going to leave one of these 6 envelopes, leave it to the side here, along with these 3 for now. Okay, we're going to take these envelopes here and make sure that the flap is to the left on all of the envelopes. You're going to stack them up with the flaps on the left. Okay, make sure you have them all like that. Okay, and they are. So I have 5 of the 6. They're right here. So what I'm going to do is grab 2 clips. If you have a binder clip or whatever, you want to make sure they're all nicely stacked and even. Once you get them even, I want you to just clip them together to hold them together like that, okay? Then you're going to get your glue of choice. They're clipped together. You're going to, I just kind of lean my hand just so I don't want to disrupt the how they are. Just on the flap only, because the flap is on the left, I want you to lift up the rest of the envelopes. This is the bottom envelope here. And I want you to only put glue on the flap only. Don't put glue anywhere else, because then it won't open. Okay? So I want you to put your glue. You can use glue stick, whatever glue you like. So then let them go down. They're all nice, tightly stacked together. Glue that on there. Now lift up the rest. This is the next one, because these 2 are glued together. We're going to do the same, just on the flap of this envelope here, like that. This is such a fun collaboration, but I am in awe of everything, every project I see. I think it's fantastic. What a great idea. So I'm really loving everything. Okay, I'm lifting up the rest of the envelopes, doing the same, like that. Yes, this is my favorite time of year, fall and the Halloween and everything spooky. I love it, and I can't get enough. I actually start, well, I think a lot of the gals and people do, guys do, they start crafting Halloween like midsummer, like May. I think I started in May, getting ideas and starting things, and then I do Tracy's Creep on June, which I love, so that kind of gets you in the mood, and love it, just love it. This, and you know what, this envelope idea, I mean, you could use any color envelopes, you can use white envelopes. Just think of all the different type of journals you can make just using envelopes. You can put more envelopes, you can make it even thicker if you want. Okay, so I have all 5 envelopes glued together here. Okay, once they're glued together, you can remove your clips, and you have this top flap here. See, they're all glued together, nice. nicely. Make sure they are all even. And then you have this here, right? Okay, so what you're going to do is turn it over like this, and you're going to, not tightly, but gently just bend this one to the back. So you're just going to, and then crease it. So this is where we ended up. So what I'm telling you to do now is to just flip it to the back like this, crease it, and what it does, it encases all of your raw edges of your glued envelopes here. By doing that, it gives you a nice covered spine. So then we're going to add glue to this flap here on this side, but don't put glue where your envelopes are. Kind of stay away from that area and just kind of put glue a little ways from there like that, but then you can add it to the rest of this flap here, and that will secure this flap down and give you a nice smooth edge for your spine, which is super cool. I love how this works. So then, like I said, I'm just going to flip that over, glue it down, and that's the back. And so this is all nicely covered here now. And then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so on this back envelope here, I want you to open it up there. We still have this envelope here, right? So what I want you to do to make an extra cool flip is open this envelope here, get the flap like this. And what we're going to do is we're going to put glue on this flap, and we're going to line it up and glue it to this envelope here. Okay? So we're going to put glue on this flap of this 6th envelope that we have, like so. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of fold that back if I can. Let's see here, without getting glue all over. I'm going to glue it on to this envelope, the last one, and I just want to make sure it is exactly where it needs to be, right? It's even here, it's even here, and it's against this edge here. So when you open it, you glued that down, and this is your extra flip here, okay? So then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we glued the flap of the 6th one here, so this is like that. Now I'm going to show you where to add these. And like I said, I pre-inked all these, but I'm not going to do that for this demonstration. So that's our front. So that's the front there. So before you glue any of your papers down, you need to get these envelopes glued in here. So the envelope base is what you need first. So on my first page here, when you open the first page, I have this envelope here, okay? And I slid it on the side. So I want to do that. So I'm taking an envelope. I'm going to, here's where this is going to go here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is put glue here. I'm going to line this up here, wherever you want. And then this will be here, okay? So glue that down there. What I did was I slit the envelope here, just cut a little tiny piece off. So think about, you know, where you want your slits on your little envelopes, so you can add more journaling or put, you know, extra goodies in there, something like that, whatever you want. I made journaling cards like I showed you. So then this is all inked up. I have my slit here, and I want it to flip out this way on the cover. So I put glue here. I'm going to line that up there, glue that down, okay? So that's what this is here. Okay, then on this page here, what I did was I just glued some book page here, I fussy cut this gal out, and I glued her down on the page like here and here enough so I could get this card in here. So that's another idea that you can do. So that's on this page here, right? Am I in frame here? Okay. So then flip that over, and then you're here, and this is where I glued the book page and made a tuck like I showed you, and added extra journaling cards. Mine kind of fell out, so you can arrange them. That's on this side. On this side here, I just wanted to put this gorgeous gal, so I ripped around it, inked the everything, and then I glued her here. So when you open it, it looks like that. Okay, so let's turn the page. Now we're going to make another flip with the little envelope. So here I added an envelope here, okay, and I slid it on the left so I could add that journaling card in there. So you're going to take another envelope, and you're going to cut on this side because I want it to open up on the left. So I'm just ever so slightly cutting off a sliver, and that's always enough to open your envelope. Then what I'm going to do, because I want it to flip up, I'm going to put glue here. I'm going to line it up here and here and glue it on. So now this will be my flip up. And that's what I did here. Flip up, okay? On this page here, I did something different. I made this, like I showed you, a flip out with one of the journaling papers. So I cut a piece of one of the digitals and folded a little lip on it and glued, like this extends, this page here extends, and I glued the flap onto the envelope here. Cut a piece of coffee dyed paper and glued it on. And that covers the little lip that I had to glue this part on. So that's there. Then I flipped it over, did some stenciling, cut this gal out, and glued her on there. So then you can flip this open. And that's what goes on this page. And then I glued the journaling cards together and kind of folded the paper down so you would know to, excuse me, you would know to open that. Put an eyelet, put my charm, and that's what goes on this page here. So that's an idea for that. I'm so sorry. Let me get a drink of water here. Okay, back to this. Okay, so that's where we are here. And then turn that page. And this is where we're at here. When you turn that page, we're here. Okay. So let's see, what did I do here? This needs to go this way. Okay, so this was the extra envelope we added on, right? So we are here. So open that up, and we're right here like this. So I took this awesome image of this house, and I covered both of these envelopes here with just the image as it is. On this side, I took one of the digitals, cut it down to size, and that's where I glued it on to this part of the envelope and did my outline, my ghosty outline of the witch. So that's what's going on here. So then when you close that extra envelope up that we glued on, you are here. And I wanted to make another flip here. So that's where the third envelope comes in. And I wanted this one to be open on the top. Okay, so then I'm going to take a sliver here off so it opens on the top like that. This one gets glued here. So you're going to put glue here and I just kind of put it in the middle and glued it on here. Okay, and that's where we are here. So then, like I said, this was the extra envelope we added on right here. We glued this extra envelope onto here, right? So this way it folds in. And then we added the white envelope here for here, like that. That will flip open here. This was glued on here. Then I put the cat image three sides and made myself the journal card. That goes here because that's glued on here. And then when you close it, you're at the back. I took a piece of the digital kit. This was on one of the other pages. I just did a fussy cut, glued her on. I glued this on 3 sides on the back, made a divot, so I could add another journaling tag to go on the back. So that is the base. So that's how I made the base. Now, you, like I said, you can add on as many envelopes as you want. There's no limit. I mean, obviously there will be a limit because when you glue this, when you flip this over, I mean, you might have to add on to accommodate for a spine, but I only did 5, and yeah, that's really good. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. That's just the base, and then decorate it to your heart's content. And I love, love, love how interesting it is with all the different flips and the tucks. And these images are amazing. And yeah, I'm sure you could probably come up with a million other ideas on how to make this and decorate it. And I had a blast doing this. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below and I'll answer them for you. Thanks again for letting me join this awesome collab. And I hope you'll take a moment to check out my channel and see if there's anything else that catches your eye. I'd love to have you stop by. Take care, everyone, and happy Halloween. Bye.